Greetings. This is Kathy, and what we're going to work on today, this is the reflection for May 27th. And what we're going to do is talk about resistance versus flow. And I'm going to give you a reflection on what that is. And so what we're going to pick 3 cards to bring the frequency up into that beautiful a beautiful reflection of frequency instead of the loop of your programming. I had a personal example last week. This whole issue about aging was just playing out for me. I retired from the test site it was October 1st. And the feelings that were just unconsciously running in the background. You're put out to pasture, you can't learn anymore. Technology is just scarier than hell. And so that's what we're going to clear today. We're going to really, really just tune into the frequency and up spiral it to frequency. And in frequency, you're out of the programs of your mind. And so you're open to new things. And it's just a very interesting place to be. I feel that I'm on the leading edge creating these cards, being with the divine and just allowing my higher divine self to emerge. And it's emerged very beautiful. But that time when I just sat down and did my spiritual work, was any of that true? No. And the truth that I know for sure is that aging is just a program. And a belief is something we just keep thinking over and over again, and then it establishes the belief, and you actually just sink it in. But the good thing is you can get out of your programming. So we're going to do a little attunement right now. Oh. We're attuning to the ease and grace of moving out of your programming, moving it up to into frequency and holding that frequency. We're going to cancel, clear, and delete anything that's in the way of that. And one of the ways that I do is I have chosen a code word that could be toadstool, butterfly, ladybug, 3288, which will signal your divine mind, your brain, to bring together the programming of the mind and a higher level. And so when you say that code word, as you practice and build the muscle, the code word will trigger something really good, because it's going to take you up out of your programming into frequency. And frequency is a really, really wonderful place to be, because then you're not triggered by the outside world. Because that's what happens, is we'll hear somebody say something, and it puts us right into our programming right there. But at that very moment, if you can say your code word and watch yourself just go up in frequency, it's not that you're going anywhere. You're just moving out of the programming of your mind. And then from there, you can make choices that are going to support whatever the intention is for you. And so now I'm going to stop the video and set up the cards, because we're going to pick 3 cards of these evolution journey cards to support you. So here we are. We're going to really dive deep into the ability to move from programming, out of our programming, up into, it feels like a higher level, but it really is right here in your heart. It's like you're moving right here into that heart center. And so we're going to set this in place by reading 3 cards, because the cards have an intelligence, and they're going to lead us right where we need to see, hear, feel, and know in order to ease this process. So the first card we're going to choose today is the 1 that covers where you are right now. This is a collective reading, where you're right now and what's reflecting. That is at any given moment, anybody watching this, we're going to choose the 1. The second card is the 4. And this position is what the divine wants you to see. What it's saying, okay, this is on the forefront, pay attention. And then over here is you're working with your divine higher self. It's like you're working with that and bringing in the particles of possibility. They're starting to come in from the multiverse into what you need to see. And the third card is the 21. And these 2 positions are the particles coming together, moving into the new frequency pattern. So this is very interesting, the cohesion of these 3 cards. So we're going to start with the 1. The 1 is about bringing everything to a point, because you see the sphere and all of these, if you look at these, this card, all of these arrows are coming into one point. So it's like it's just moving and flowing. If you look at the card, it's a moving and flowing card, and it's like coming right here to the point of moving from your programming, moving through the divine, and moving out the other side. Okay, then we're going to read, this is what the divine wants you to know. And so the card that we chose for what you want to know, it's like, build a strong foundation. Do your spiritual practice. Practice soul maturity. It's like the resistance is when we feel or we know that we need to do something different and we're not there. And these squares are like the timelines. All the ones that aren't necessary are falling away with this 4. It's building a foundation in awakening. And then this 1 is also the awakening level. And then it's moving in its journey, and it's coming over here to the particles of possibility, moving into your into a new frequency pattern. This 21 is the master expression of 3. And if you look at this card, it's got light in it. It's got the web. It as you move into these higher frequency, it's telling you that you've got this. It's as we each connect and really feel into the frequency and move it up, it's going to create a web of support. So let's kind of face to face, kind of want you to see the cards up close and personal. So I'm back. And so I'm going to hold each card up, and we're going to look at it, and we're going to connect and create a frequency pattern. So the first card, I want you to show you here. It is the 1. Look at it up close and personal. That 1 is just a beautiful flow. You see the pastel flow as it's just And this is the promise of leadership, new beginnings. It's like choose a new beginning, because that's exactly what that card is telling you to do. It's holding the frequency to create a new beginning in your life. And as you create your new beginning, you have this 4. And this 4, if you look at it, it's like those squares are collapsing timelines and taking you right here to the highest timeline. So it's creating a strong foundation. And that's what the divine is saying to you. Your divine, your higher divine is saying it's time, and it's time to create the new pattern. And I've got your back and you're supported. And it's moving in to the, okay, this card right here is the 21. And the 21, if you look at it, it's taking you right into light frequency. You as a star seed, there's your light frequency. But then look at all the points. It's like all the points are connected, and the connection is going to bring you right into a higher level. So I hope you gain some insight from this reading today. And this, as a matter of fact, was done for the 27th of May. And the 27th, if you add the 2 and the 7, it's a 9. And that's holding that highest frequency for yourself. And with that higher frequency, you're unstoppable. And so, thank you. I love you. It is done. Until tomorrow, which we're going to talk about tomorrow, we're going to talk about Memorial Day and the 101 days of summer. And so, thank you.